Alright, you guys, good morning. I'm coming to you today from the truck again. It's not your typical truck vlog. I do have a new microphone on the camera that I'm trying out today, so I hope the audio is okay. I also am starting to get sick, so I sound like crap. I wanted to talk about the active shooter in Florida at the Florida High School in Broward County. Right now, I don't remember the name of the high school or the town off the top of my head. But I do know it's in Broward County. Now, this is the story that I know so far from watching the news. I've been at work all day yesterday, tried to watch a little bit of the news about it yesterday and this morning. I do know that an 18-year-old male took a rifle, went into a high school, and started shooting at students. He ended up killing 17 classmates and teachers. And he wounded, I think it was like 14 or 15 people at this time. Oh, it's ridiculous. I watching the news this morning, I actually got a little teary-eyed. You know, it's ridiculous that kids got to go to school. Us as parents have to worry about our kids going to school and being shot. You know, it's like, what the fuck, dude? You know that on the news, legislatures and politicians are already calling for more gun control and everything, which is seems to be like the go-to topic. Oh, let's make more laws. Let's make more laws. We don't even know, and we don't even have the reports of what's happened yet. So maybe and since it was a rifle, you can, in most states, as far as I know here in California, you can legally purchase a rifle at the age of 18. Now in California, you can't purchase a handgun until you're 21. But they said he used a rifle. So anyway, the rifle legally could have been his. We don't know yet. Maybe it was one of his parents or friends. Maybe he got it, stolen. Who knows at this point. But they're already wanting to create legislation and pass more gun control when they have no idea what the fuck the circumstances were. All right, it's kind of like the go-to thing. Another thing, I was talking to my buddy Alex at work yesterday, and he was telling me the story of a school shooting. This kid, not the same kid from yesterday, but a different douchebag. His dad had most of his guns locked up except for one that he kept in his bedroom nightstand in case, he needed it, someone broke into the house or whatever. So anyways, the kid, I don't know how old he was, grabbed the gun out of the nightstand, killed his dad, and then went to the school and started shooting. It was an elementary school, I believe. Started shooting little kids. There's only one reasoning. There ain't nobody to stop him. Bottom line. He didn't go to a police station and start shooting. He didn't go to a gun shop. He didn't go to a VFW or, any of these other places where people might be armed, in an airport. No, he went into an elementary school. So same thing with this shooter from yesterday. He went to a high school. Why? Some high schools have lockdown campuses. I know our high school up here has gates around, the campus and everything. Some of them are kept open. You can still kind of come and go a little bit, but it's not as easy as it was when I was in school here. But why do you think he went to a high school to shoot it up? Yeah, maybe because they expelled, he got expelled from there and he had a grudge. All right, I get that. But it seemed to be he was aimlessly killing, hence killing 17 people between classmates and teachers. Like, he was just indiscriminately shooting. So he didn't really have a target per se, at least as of right now that we know of. So why, again, did he go to a school to do this? Yeah, probably because there was no security there. There's no armed security. I know that school districts and that have their law enforcement officer that's there sometimes, not all the time, and even still, it's one guy with a gun for the whole campus. I don't know how big their school is. That one guy might be enough to stop him though. But if he's not always there, and I don't know anything about that school district, much less that school or their police or security, so I can't really talk on that. But these shooters go to these schools because there's no fucking security, dude. There's nothing to protect our kids other than maybe some signs, which is funny though, because I've looked at our schools up here. There are no signs anywhere that say this gun-free zone, no guns allowed or whatever, which we all know that signs aren't going to stop bad guys, right? You got signs telling you the speed limit and you speed, don't you? Signs don't mean shit. And in a lot of states, signs aren't legal. They don't supersede the law. So for California, if you have a CCW, and for example, a store, we'll just use a grocery store for example. Grocery store has a sign up that says no firearms allowed. Even though you legally have a permit to carry, you can carry. Their sign cannot stop you. Now, you're carrying concealed, they're not going to know. However, if they did find out, or if you were in a state that did open carry and you were allowed to do that, and you walked in carrying, then they can call the police and have you escorted because you're trespassing, and they can tell you to get out. So that's the only difference. And they want to legislate behavior. You can't. You cannot legislate behavior. You cannot legislate people's rationale, their thinking, their thought process. You can't try and legalize, or you can't legislate emotion. It's absurd. But anyways, I just wanted to talk about it a little bit. This day and age, it's getting really, really bad. And instead of coming up with laws that don't do shit except hurt legal gun owners, we need to find out what all these shooters have in common, if their motivation, or if their motive rather, what their motives are, and then kind of compile them, see what the common denominator is, and figure out moving forward what we can do to protect our kids. Whether it be allowing teachers to go through background checks, which they already do to be teachers, but like mental health evaluations similar to law enforcement, range time, and if they choose to carry firearms at work, then they carry firearms at work, obviously in a safe manner, not just leaving it in their bag or desk or whatever. Hire some of these retired vets or retired. Oh, let's start. Sorry. Hire some of these retired vets or retired law enforcement officers, and have them out there protecting their kids. They're used to protection. That was their gig, right? So why not hire some of these guys that are already professional? Again, have them go through mental evaluations just like a law enforcement officer would, and go through the trigger training down at the range, to qualify, and to have them secure our children. For fuck's sake. God dang. Anyways, I just don't know what's going on. I don't know why we're not doing more to protect our children. Oh, that's bad. So, I don't know. I think personally we just need to do more to secure our kids and not just try and come up with laws that don't do anything. Alright? All these shooters have a ton of things in common. They illegally carried a gun onto school grounds. Most of them illegally possess the gun. They are transporting the gun illegally. A lot of state laws, you can't transport guns loaded. You can't even transport guns with the ammunition in the same compartment of the car. So typically, like here in California, if you were driving to the range, you got to have the rifle in the trunk and your ammunition, in the cab of your car or whatever. They violate so many of those laws, but yet we still want to legislate more stuff. They're just going to they don't give a shit. Their job, their goal is to kill people. Bottom line. They don't care about the laws because 9 times out of 10, they either get shot by the cops or they kill themselves. They go into these knowing that they're not going to make it out. So what does it matter? So we need to be proactive and be on the offensive and have people that can fight fire with fire. Okay? Guns are called an equal force multiplier. Why? Bad guy with a gun, guy with no gun, who's stronger? The guy with the gun. Bad guy with a gun, good guy with a gun, now we're equal. We have the same firepower to fight each other. So when that guy comes at me, I can return fire and protect myself and protect kids and, the kids of the school and all that kind of thing. So, anyways, I'm going to end the video here. I'm at work. Leave some comments below. Let me know what you guys think on the subject. It is a touchy subject. I am a strong Second Amendment supporter. And I don't think that you can legislate emotion, So, all right. Well, I'm going to let you guys go. I will see you on the next one. Peace.